Hello students, we will move now towards our next term, that is depression. Depressions are indicated by closed contours with inward pointing ticks. So letter depression DEP indicates land in the area is at the lower level than the surrounding area. So depression means it is a hollow surface which is caused due to some of the erosional processes, and this is indicated by DEP depth. Okay, so that is shows the lower level from the surrounding area. Next, datum level. It is the base level with zero altitude from which all other altitudes are measured. So what is datum level? That is from where the altitude of all the places are measured, and datum level is taken as 0, and from that point all the altitudes are measured. Next, spot height. Spot heights, when the surface relief, it is spot heights are basically the height which is given at some point or a surface. Okay, so that means if so many contour lines are there at one place, so the top one, that is the pointed one, will be the spot height of that place. And it is not only in case of contours but also in case of river banks or as well as the any others which is given. Okay, now spot heights. Okay, now they also they are depicted like 0.563 as meter. Now that also shows the elevation of streams, road crossing, lakes, bridges. Okay, now that all will be in meters. Next, triangulation points. What is that? Triangulation points are same as the spot heights. That means it shows the height of any area. Okay, and with the use of trigonometry. Okay, the height is measured with the use of trigonometry. Only this is the difference between spot height and triangulated height. And the markings are also different, like it is shown as triangular in shape, triangle, and in between one point will be given as 560, 1563. That will be in, the points will be in meters. Okay, so when the height is determined by using the trigonometry is the triangulation points. Next, benchmarks. What are they? Benchmarks are marks cut in a stone or shown in on a building as a permanent reference for survey purpose. Now it is in any marking which is the stone which is cut, or any building, when you will see that in some of the buildings, especially the government buildings, it is written that BM 200 meter, 300 meter. So it is showing, it is written as BM 200, 300. Okay, so that is used to for the survey purpose, so that what is the height of that particular place, so it is clearly shown in one stone or a building. Next, relative height. Relative height is indicated by the letter, small letter, that is R, and it is written on a topo map with a number like 0.6 R, 0.2 R, 0.3 R, like this way. It also indicates the height. Okay, but the relative height can also be depicted in depth also, relative height or relative depth. Okay, now in case of spot height and triangulation height, you will be only considering the height, but in relative height or relative depth, so both will be considered. It represents, what it does, it represents the difference between maximum and the minimum slope in areas of steep slope. What is the maximum and the minimum distance which is showing in terms of relative height or relative depth. Next is the confluence. So confluence, in the signs and symbol section, I have already discussed what is confluence. It is a meeting point of the main river with the tributary. Okay, so that point is the confluence. Meanders. What are they? Meanders are loops and bends found in the middle course of river. It is formed due to reduced gravity and velocity. So when the river is in middle course, there are three courses of river that you know, lower, middle and the upper course. So in the middle course these meanders are formed and they are like S shape, okay, and they are loops like bends, okay. They are shown on the surface like in a S shape. Next, broken ground. Broken ground is what? That this is the most general question that can be asked. Define also. And what is a formation? How the broken ground is formed? So you have to write this one, that it is a feature generally found along the banks of a seasonal stream or river in arid regions. It is formed due to alternating dry and wet periods. Okay, so when any time when during the rainfall the land becomes wet, and during the dry season, that is during the when the temperature is high and there will be no rainfall, then you will find that the land is surface is becoming dry and it is getting cracks. So that crack forms the broken ground. Okay, so how it is formed? It is formed, the simple answer is, it is formed due to alternating dry and wet periods. Okay, and what are they? It is a feature that is formed along the banks of a seasonal stream or river in arid regions. Next is spring. What is a spring? It is a flow of water which naturally appears on the earth's surface from beneath. So spring is that water that which comes from beneath the earth, from inside the earth's surface, that comes out. Okay. Next, perennial lined well. What are they? If the well is deep enough to remain below the water table at all times of the year, it doesn't dry up and it's called a perennial lined well. Perennial lined well is what? That is a well which has been that is demarcated and the boundary line is given with the help of stones or pebbles. They are made very clearly, the boundaries are made. And also perennial means that is it runs it runs throughout the year and water is available in the whole year. So that is the perennial lined well. Next is unlined well. Opposite of perennial well is the unlined well. So that is unlined and this is without any boundaries or stone lining. And what it is also showing as the blue color, same as the perennial, but difference is that the blue color, only the blue circling line will be given. No inside filling up of the blue color will be there in the unlined well. Okay, only the hollow and just the boundary is shown in the topographical map as blue color. Next is the causeway. Causeway what? Causeway, it is raised metal road across a minor stream or low lying area at a shallow point. It should not be confused with a bridge. So what it is, this causeway will be look like same as a bridge, but actually it is a raised platform. That means one side of the land is filled with water. In order to protect that water to go along the opposite side, these metal roads are raised in between the two river water, so that the during the flood conditions it cannot overflow to the other side and cause a flood like situation. So one metal road is raised across that minor stream. Next, open scrub. What is it? It is desert or semi-desert condition. So it is found in the places where there is scanty rainfall. Next is open scrub is clearly seen in the topographical map. So this is one of the natural vegetation. Next, rock outcrop. What is that? Open scrub with scanty desert type vegetation where rocks are cropped out. Now when there is open scrub, that means only the desert conditions are there. So that means the surface is very much clearly exposed. Now from that surface one can easily find that the rocks are coming out and it is easily visible to us. Okay, so in the desert region only when the surface is dry, so the rocks can be clearly seen that it is coming out from the earth. So that is the rock outcrop. Next is dense forest jungle, that is also be clearly seen in the green portion of the topographical map. What does it indicate? Because it is green, full of trees, full of forest, dense forest, so that means it indicates the region of heavy rainfall. Next, open jungle. What is that? Open jungle indicates the moderate rainfall. Open jungle is also seen very clearly in the topographical map. It is the moderate rainfall, okay, that is not very low or not very high. Next, prominent survey tree. What is that? They are shown in black. Now in your topographical map you will see there are survey tree that can be clearly seen with green color, but some of the tree you will find that is black color and that is more thicker than the normal green survey tree. So this is the prominent survey tree. They are shown in black color always. Now they are that mean will not be taken as a natural feature, okay, you are not going, these are of no importance, but the only importance that will come when you are going to calculate the 4-figure and 6-figure grade, okay. But any nowhere it is that much important, this prominent survey tree, okay. Survey trees that are numbered on their trunks and these are demarcated, and these numbers are given alongside of prominent survey tree. And what a government do that they create a barrier around this barricading around this prominent survey tree, so that it can be clearly seen that okay, the other from this particular prominent survey tree, the other height of the other trees can also be measured, and it is not allowed to cut. Next is reserve forest. It is an area in the forest where the trees are not allowed to be cut. So reserve forest you can see when in the topographical map it will be written.
Next is the protected forest. What are they? These forests are planted and they act as a shelter belt to prevent the soil erosion. Next is fire line. What is a fire line? That is 5 meter, approximately 5 meter wide gappings are made in the forest, so that it when any during the forest fire, the fire will not spread from one part of the forest to the other part of the forest. So it is basically made or cleared to prevent the forest fire from spreading. Next is stony waste. Stony waste mostly in barren lands that stones are there, so there is no cultivation that can be possible. Sheet rock, it is mainly found where the sedimentary rocks are exposed and they are continuously going into the erosion process, so they are continuously they have been embedded and converted into the sedimentary rocks, okay, and that is continuously going on with the erosional process. Next is sand dune. Sand dunes, that is deposition of sand by the action of wind. That means continuous wind erosion is going on and it is depositing at one place. They form like the hills or mounds. These are the sand dunes. Next, kiln. Kiln, it is a large outdoor oven for drying and baking of bricks, okay, bricks, limestone, stones or the pottery, these things are made in kiln. Two kilns are there, lime and the brick. So lime is where limestones are made or baked. Brick kiln means where bricks are made, okay, or where bricks are manufactured. Next, mine. Mine is what? A large excavation made into the earth to extract the minerals. To extract the minerals from the earth surface, minings are done. So you already know iron ore, copper, bauxite, these things are done. Stone quarry is what? Where stone or slate is obtained by cutting or blasting for building purposes. A stone quarry is the stones which are found as a sedimentary rock or the igneous rocks. They are being cut and they are being used for building purpose. It is usually open to the light and in this way differs from a mine. So because stone quarries are not like the mine, it is also taken from the earth, but they are highly exposed and they were lying onto the surface for a long period of time. After that they are used. So they are not used at the first hand, okay, like the mining process. So this is the stone quarry. Okay, stone quarry is clearly seen on a topographical map. Okay, so we have finished all the important terms that are used in topographical map. So in any of your question, if the definition of any of the term will come, so you will have to learn this definition. You can immediately write it down. Okay, thank you.